Hello, everybody. It's Danny and Wanda from Deepsouth Homestead. They actually saw me pulling the hair. Yeah. It shows more than it says it shows. I don't know why. Okay, let me get this set up if I don't mess it all up.
Yeah, let's just see.
Oh my. Shoot, I messed it up. Okay, one more time. Ha! Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Oh, righty-o. Well, let's see here. Hello, everybody. Let's look at here. See who we got coming in here.
Lots and lots of people.
Yes.
Lots. There's Buddy Nash.
Mr. Buddy. Thank you so much.
Let me show since Buddy's here. Buddy has good taste, y'all. That's Miss Lippy's husband. Y'all see this? In a pretty fall color, nice sweater. He bought me and Miss Lippy one. She was sending me pictures of all the things he got, and he says, wait, no, and he jerked it out, and he says, you can't show her that one one's hers. So thank you, Buddy, and thank you, Lippy. Look at this. Red hot pickles. She knew I ran out, and I didn't have any more this year. My pickles didn't do as well. I made mainly deals this year.
Yeah, she mainly did some deals. That's what I was gonna say. We didn't.
And then Miss Vicky.
Is that Amy's new channel?
Ronnie's Play and Create.
Yeah.
Yes. My daughter's changed the name, and y'all don't be surprised if it changes again. She says she's not sure yet.
Now this is supposed to be the blue ribbon cane that Miss Vicky sent us.
Some nice eyes on it.
You got good eyes on it and everything. It's not like what I've seen called blue ribbon before, but it says that it is.
Yeah. And so we're gonna plant this. It's got some really nice eyes on it. It's looking good.
Yeah.
We just didn't get it planted today, but we're gonna.
No, we ain't had no rain. We can't. It's so powdery dry here.
We got to put it wherever we put it. We got to put it.
We got to be able to get some water to it.
To water.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the new phone, Miss Lippy said.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
So, I think that's about all we've got this week, ain't it? That I know of.
Yeah, I think so. Other than my tractor parts that came in, I think.
Well, you ain't showing tractor parts.
Oh, come on.
This ain't JT West.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Joey can show tractor parts.
Joey can show tractor parts, but I can't. Huh?
No.
Okay.
Well, we'll show a video if we need to.
Well, it's too late. I done built it all now. We should have done a video. We should have done a video putting it together. The part.
I was kind of busy.
Yeah.
I canned sweet potatoes this one day, probably the day you were doing that, and I did 2 batches. I was up. My second batch didn't come out till after 10 o'clock because I got started late. So he needs.
Everybody got rain but us. Now let me tell y'all something.
We did get some rain.
It rained here for about 10 hours. And we went out and kicked the ground, and it was wet only about 1/2 inch deep. Today, it was so dusty. I was like, yes, I was like, we got rain for like 10 hours. I'm fixing to go till the garden because we got onions coming from Hall's Tool here in about a week.
And I got potatoes.
And Miss Wanda wanted me to get her a row ready for potatoes. I went up and tilled 2 rows in our garden. And you couldn't even tell what color my tractor or me was when I got through. And it was that bad. And I was so disappointed. I told Wanda, I said, they ain't no need me hooking no plows up to go plow anything because it ain't nothing but like baby powder up there.
Renata said she bought Andy and her matching fall orange sweaters and corduroy tops. I was picking at Danny about getting him a sweater.
She said the key word. She said the key thing there. Just waiting for the temperatures to drop.
Well,
good luck, Renata. Good luck with that one.
Wounded Knee says, "What is rain?"
Yeah, really? That's the way
our gauge didn't show anything.
No, it rained all night long, and my rain gauge showed absolutely nothing.
A lot of people have onions coming. Monkey Food Garden said they had 6 inches of rain in 12 hours.
Wow.
Whoa, and
Well,
they're
I mean,
in Louisiana.
Chris was here today. Chris said, Danny, he said, we got more water than we know what to do with. He says, and he comes driving up. He said, I cannot believe the dust that's on this ground. He said, how can y'all be that close to me and got no rain, you know?
No, we got none.
I mean, we didn't get enough to do.
Well, it rained.
It rained?
What, Friday night? Was it Friday night? No. Thursday night. Was it?
Yeah.
Thursday night. Danny thought, he said, I think it's raining. And I was just through popping popcorn, and I handed him his, and I went out the door and sat on the swing at 9 o'clock at night eating popcorn and listening to it rain.
Jimmy B said, I had 2 packages sent to y'all, and they arrived on Monday.
Are they at the post office?
Yeah, are they at the...
I have not been to the post office this week. We were going to go yesterday, and it wasn't open.
Was not open when we were in town, yeah.
Danny tries to go way before everybody else, and so the post office doesn't open for me to get packages till 8:30?
8:30 in the morning. And 8:30, I'm back home.
Yeah. So I didn't get there, but I will go, let's see,
We can't go Monday.
No?
We can't go Tuesday.
Well, we might could go Tuesday.
Well, we might could go after we go vote.
Yeah.
We might could go, yeah.
Run vote, which is 2 opposite directions.
Yeah.
Our voting precinct is way off in the backwoods and nowhere in the county, and in the town's the other way that far. It's crazy. How many have already voted early?
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
I'm just looking.
Hutch says, we're supposed to get 10 inches in the next 3 days. I will believe it when I see it happen.
That's us. Now, there is is that hurricane? Well, I don't know if it's a hurricane. It's a storm.
There's a tropical system supposed to form in the Gulf, possibly coming up in here around the 9th, I think, or 10th, or something like that.
Yes, at the post. Okay, so we will go to the post office, Miss Jimmy. Was it Danny Popcorn? Danny don't make popcorn.
No.
This was McCaskill Family Farms in Braggadocio, Missouri. We get our popcorn from them, and it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Grown and raised in the USA.
Everybody said
people said they voted early.
Do y'all know that voting early is illegal?
Some states it ain't.
No. That is a constitutional law.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is a constitutional law that if you vote early, it's illegal. If you go back and read the Constitution on voting, it says that it's to be done in person on the first Tuesday after the first Monday of the 1st of November. And on that day only. Now, there has been some amendments made to the Constitution.
Yep.
But technically it says that any vote done other than that is illegal.
Yeah, they've made amendments. That's why people can do it. But if you go back to the original Constitution, the
original Constitution says it's illegal. See, Renee says Alabama doesn't allow it.
Yeah. I know Mississippi does, but we just haven't.
Yeah, we'll vote on Tuesday if the Lord's willing.
Yeah. All right. Somebody said I broke the law yesterday.
Hutch says I broke the law yesterday.
Well, they're having so many issues right now, but I guess we can't talk about that.
Right.
But, we'll just wait and see.
Yeah.
Back in the day when
if y'all don't look, you don't have to believe me. Just Google it and look it up. It should be online. It should be online. Now, I can't promise you that it is, okay? I don't get my information that way, but
a lot of things change.
Lots of things change over the years. Now, I've known this from way back yonder, so they could have made some amendments to it and done something that made it legal, but that is that's what it used to be. Now they could have amended it and made some changes to it, but now years and years ago that's what it was.
Yeah, they're talking about Peanut the squirrel.
That was so guys, that was so stupid. So stupid.
I don't care. I mean, Danny gets rid of a lot of squirrels, but we're not we have different
Yeah.
issues here. But these people actually had the squirrel as a pet. Now, we're not killing pets and stuff
No.
like that. We've got them eating pecans and Danny's having issues. But this was a pet. And you don't go in somebody's house and take their pet. People have pet all kinds
Lippy
of stuff.
said Buddy needs his wrench.
What kind of wrench?
To make a new,
Oh,
had to make a new YouTube for him.
I got you, Lippy. I saw that while ago, and I'm going, what wrench does Buddy need? I was going to ask you, did you need to send him a wrench? I got to find Buddy. Buddy say something somewhere.
Where is he at? You have to go way back for him, my man. Oh, you going so fast, I can't read all them names.
I don't see Buddy anywhere.
He's not showing up, Lip.
Tell him to say something.
He's got to make a comment.
I swear, I saw that while ago, and I said, Buddy needs a wrench. Okay.
We can't give a wrench until he says something.
I thought Danny had one of his wrenches and he just sent him a wrench.
There it is, right there. Grab it before he makes a getaway on us.
It's funny. Of course, what I thought I was seeing, I did see that, but I got a lippy brain right now. Oh my goodness! Tell him to come in again. All right.
There we are.
Let's see.
She did it. Let's just see if it happens. Okay.
There. Maybe we got it. They're saying maybe it was called dry rain. It was dry rain.
Well, it was good. Yeah.
Reap what you sow. Gardening says, can crawfish eat sweet potatoes?
I don't know if crawfish eat sweet potatoes. Well, if you have sweet potatoes where there's crawfish, you got them in too wet of a place.
Yeah, they're usually in a very, very wet place.
Hello, Carolyn Moore Smith.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, there's D-Rock. Hello from Connecticut, your old stomping grounds. Yep. I was in, let's see, D-Rock, I stayed in New Milford for a while. I was in South Kent for a while. Hartford for a while. I mean, I've been around, and I actually went up into Massachusetts, if I pronounce that right, to Bartholomew's Cobble. Oh, several different places up there. And then I was in New Greenwich, Connecticut for a while, down there next to Ms. Martha Stewart's and Michael Bolton and all them.
I was fixing to say something. I forgot what it was. I was reading comments and he was talking. Okay, never mind. I'll say something later.
Oh, let's see.
See, Melissa, I wasn't the only one. She was thinking Buddy needed a wrench for the truck or something.
Yeah,
See,
I didn't know what it meant right there to start with, and I still haven't seen his name pop up.
It is.
Oh,
he did
okay,
say
he
something.
did say
He's got his
something.
blue wrench now. He's got it.
ABCXYZ said, our daughter's in New Milford. New Milford is or was, now it's been quite a while since I've been there, but it was a quaint little place. The post office was in a squeaky little building right there in downtown. You walk in, the floors all squeak, and they had the newspapers up in racks and all where you could go in and you could see the newspapers in the post office and everything. It was just, I thought it was pretty neat. Now, the place that I really loved was Kent and South Kent, where they had where I forgot what highway it is now, that went right down through the middle of the town there, and you had the little tables all set out by the road where you could, at the little coffee shops and stuff like that, you could do, you could drink your coffee, you could get your donuts and different things like that. And I don't know if it's still like that, but it was whenever I was there.
D-Rock says, I'm in New Milford and South Kent. That's
Crazy.
crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Have you eaten? There's a little restaurant there in South Kent. I'm trying to think of the name of the restaurant now. I ate at that restaurant several times. It's always real dim lit when you go in there. Dadgummit, can't think of the name of it. Anyway.
You're welcome, Lana. She said that I answered her email. I try to answer as many as I can. Now, there's some I just don't answer. If you ask questions about political or things going on in the world and stuff.
Oh, Dominion says, I live in Connecticut and it's too expensive. Oh, look. The thing about Connecticut is is stomping grounds for the rich people out of New York City because it's not a very long commute. Well, I say it's not a long commute. Sometimes it can be up to 2 hours, but for people who live in New York City and they have places in Connecticut where it's a little bit cheaper to live, which has run the prices of houses sky high. I mean, like I was telling about New Greenwich, when you went there, I mean, we had Martha Stewart's place, Michael Bolton lived there, and then you go on up into, if I can remember the names of the towns, Sharon, Connecticut was,
Bulls Bridge Inn.
Yes.
Is that it?
Bulls Bridge Inn, yes. And you get up in Sharon, you had people like, who was it, Michael J. Fox that had the home there in Sharon, Connecticut? I mean, I used to go to all these places when I was up there.
All right,
now,
just jumped really big time.
One of the things that I got messed up on one time, I had to go do a doctor's office in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I messed around and got up on that turnpike. I made a wrong turn and got on the turnpike. And it took me like 2 hours to get off of that thing. You know, and then I had to drive through country roads and road maps to get back home.
All right. Some popcorn and meal from McCaskill's, and you're right, Miss Wanda. It's awesome. That's Jody. She said she had bought some. I saw somebody else saying they had bought some from McCaskill. I bought up a good chunk of popcorn when I bought it, so I hadn't had to buy any in a while. So I guess Mr. Steve thinks I forgot about him, but we can't eat quite as much popcorn as I bought when I bought. I bought 2 25-pound bags and a box of 6, I think it's 2-pound bags. So we had a lot of popcorn.
Reap what you sow gardening. I would take the spaghetti squash and put it in the greenhouse and let it grow in the greenhouse because it's not going to make it outside.
ABC said they made the carrot salad for a family get-together today, and it was so good. Thank you.
Oh, let's see. Susan Kritzer says, question, my fig tree is full of little figs. Should I pull them off? South Central, no, you don't have to pull them off. They'll fall off naturally. It's not going to hurt the tree.
We've got some on ours.
Yeah, Fran Riley says, what kind of bug eats holes in my sweet potatoes? It's called sweet potato weevils. That's the reason we cannot, in the state of Mississippi, we can't ship sweet potatoes out of Mississippi anymore. We can't, I can't ship the draws, the slips, or anything like that now because of the sweet potato weevil. It's a little bug in the soil that bores holes in your sweet potatoes.
Susie Q says she sliced up her sweet potatoes and cooked them in butter and salt in a skillet, and it was awesome.
That is something good.
We had some of the best ones last night. I sliced them up like French fries, like the big long, what do you call them? Steak fries.
Yeah.
The big, thick, long steak fries. They were probably that long and about that wide. Huge. I drizzled them in oil and put them in the oven at about 400 for a little while. Oh, they were so good.
You don't need to prune your fig tree right now. They do pretty much take care of themselves.
I didn't buy a 50-pound bag. I bought 2 25-pound bags.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So I put them in Mylar and in quart jars and stuff, and we have popcorn for a long time.
Man, I about wore out today, guys. Boy, me and Mr. Chris. Well, I worked all.
We worked this morning.
We worked this morning, our tails off. Yeah, before Chris ever got here.
The last few days we've been over at Deepsouth doing a lot of work, and we are just about wearing ourselves out with that.
Fran Riley says, how do I get rid of sweet potato bugs in my raised beds? You're going to have to move your sweet potatoes to different beds.
Next year. All right, so let me stop.
Okay.
Right. If I use lime pellets, do I need to do them now for next year, or can I wait a while before planting or after planting? Okay,
Cindy at Simply Backwoods. If you're going to do lime pellets, you can wait on using your lime pellets because they don't really last that long. If it was powdered Dolomite lime or something like that, you could do it now because it takes about 3 months for it to break down, and then it'll last for up to 3 years in the soil. But pelletized lime only lasts for 1 season. It's kind of about like basic slag. Basic slag is a real fast-acting soil sweetener, and pelletized lime is almost exactly the same way. You have to be really careful with pelletized lime too, because it's pretty hot.
Peaceful Inspiration said, Miss Wanda, do you think pecan cookies can be made from English walnuts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any nuts,
Any-
as long
I was
as
gonna
you
say,
cut
yeah.
it up in little small pieces. I ran it through a chopper, and it made them in little bitty, I don't know, it's little bitty pieces, and it made a good cookie out of it. So any nuts could be used.
Okay, you went past. That
Oh,
thing jumped. We
it
gotta go way
jumped.
back. Oh, right there. Okay. BJ Lapierre, author and illustrator, says, my husband, I mainly stayed out in the rural areas, except for New Greenwich. Now, when I was in New Greenwich, I was working down in there, but
Okay, a lot of people have harvested their sweet potatoes and eaten sweet potatoes. Marcia had sweet potatoes and salmon patties last night. And RN harvested a wheelbarrow of sweet potatoes in a 20 square foot raised planter in California.
oh, let's see here. Donna says, do I have to peel my super skinny sweet potatoes to boil them? No.
You can boil them,
You
and
can
then
boil
the
'em.
peeling will
The peeling
usually
comes
just
off a
come
lot
off.
easier after you boil them.
I just use a peeler for the bigger ones and peel it. Linda says, I had fried sweet potatoes and onions and ghee. Sure was. Oh, fried sweet potatoes and onions. People think you're crazy for adding onions to your sweet potatoes. But, oh,
Wanda
my
and me,
word.
now this may sound crazy, but Wanda and I eat about, how many pounds of onions you get from Azure's every month?
10.
Wanda and I eat about 10 pounds of fresh, raw onions almost every month.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And I know it sounds crazy to say we eat raw onions. Everybody go, but don't you have onion breath? Well,
Not really.
not really, because both of us eat them and we couldn't really tell the difference if
I
we
mean,
did.
I don't notice
I don't
it.
I don't ever smell her
Now,
breath.
if I go to town and somebody's had a hamburger
Yes.
with them onions,
Store-bought onions, yes.
and they walk by and they talk to you, you're going,
Oh, Lord have mercy,
you just don't breathe while they're talking.
Yeah, we haven't had that problem from Azure.
I don't know why, but we don't.
Nope.
Where are you
wrong one.
going?
I'm trying to. Well, it quit working.
Wait, let me have it. What are you wanting to do?
I'm trying to get that thing off the
Stop.
screen. Now, there we go.
Okay. He's messing with my stuff.
Yeah, I just had to get back. I had to get up.
All right.
Well, it's jumping now.
If you don't like onion breath, you're in my bubble. Let's see, Mr. Danny, should I leave tiny sweet potatoes in the ground?
If you want some slips for next year, you can just leave them in the ground.
Yeah, Danny and I love the
love 'em.
onions with our food, and we've learned the first ones we got from Azure were about nearly 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And those, from what David told me, are the sweeter onions. They all sweet, but the closer you get to fall, the onions take on a touch of a bite.
Yeah.
And so the ones we're getting now they're sweet onions. As long as you're eating them with something, they taste like candy. You can just sit there and eat with your hamburger or with your food, beans, whatever you're eating them with. But Danny's learned as soon as he quits eating with the other food and he wants that last sweet onion
Oh, yeah.
before he'll take and eat a piece after he's
Yep.
finished, and then he goes,
Woo!
he said,
That's
you
got a
don't notice
bite.
that bite till you
Yeah.
eat it by itself when there's no other anything.
Tamber says, have you ever had a boiled onion with butter? I can't say that I have. Not a boiled onion.
Now I love what do you call them? A blooming onion.
I love, blooming onions fried, a fried
Oh,
blooming
my
onion.
goodness.
Yeah. Child of God says, my dad used to eat onions like eating an apple. And that's basically what we're doing. I mean, it's almost the same thing.
Amy says she's been eating greens and mustard. You need to come get some more.
Oh, girl, you need, sweetheart, you need to come get you some
I need
greens.
you to come
Them things
get
are
some
like
more.
this tall with leaves like that big around. They're
And I
huge.
can't cook with just so many. We had them for supper tonight
Yeah.
and finished off the Mexican
Isn't
cornbread
it-
we had.
Isn't it crazy? Last year we had absolutely
None.
none. And this
The
year,
deer got them all.
yeah, the deer got them all. This year we've got a quarter of an acre of them up there so far.
And had too many people to give them to.
Uh,
So
Okay, Ray Ferguson said, Danny, when do you plant your yellow onions? Mr. Ray, they're going to be shipping them out November the 11th, and it's just as soon as we get them, we'll put them in the ground. I was going to make the rows up today, but when I got through tilling, I realized I had nothing but baby powder for a garden, so I couldn't do anything
Lawrence
with it.
says he grows 600 to 800 onions a year. We eat almost all through the year. That is awesome.
We
usually do.
We usually do
meal.
about what, 200 to 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about what we do.
And this last year, it was just a flop.
It was
onions
bad.
about
yeah,
this big.
like that. Yeah.
And no rain. It was crazy. It was bad. All right.
Oh boy, it jumped again.
Cook onions whole on the grill. Oh yeah, Carol.
Oh, we love grilled onions now.
And I do my onions. I'll slice them up and put olive oil on them and throw them in the oven while I'm baking something. That just makes them taste like candy too.
It does.
You wouldn't think onions are that good. A lot of people go, onion, eh. No, you got to learn to eat onion. They're good for you.
Yeah, they're really good for you.
Dana says she eats them anyway.
Lawrence says they got 600 coming from Dixondale.
We've
Wow.
got about 250 coming.
We got around 250 coming, yeah. But let me tell y'all something. With what's coming in this country, it's probably not a bad thing to have that many, to be honest with you. These onions will keep you out of the doctor's office if you eat them raw. Now, onions are about like garlic. If you heat them up and go to cook them, they lose their medicinal value whatsoever. I mean, they have no medicinal value, basically. They get a little bit.
But they taste good.
But they taste good. You know, grilling them loses the medicinal value. You got to be able to eat them raw to be able to get all your nutritional and medicinal value out of it.
Boiled onions are probably similar to French onion soup.
Yeah,
I would think so.
I've had that before. Yeah.
The Swafford says, Homestead says they have 200 onions planted and another 100 coming.
Oh, wow. Texas Chopper says, do you guys ever grow mushrooms? No.
Well, in the woods.
Oh, I'm talking about for personal use. No.
No, they grow everywhere. At Deepsouth, one year, I went around and took video and pictures. And I think that on Crazy Days, don't quote me, but I think on Crazy Days I did a video showing all the different types of mushrooms we had. Now, we don't use any of them.
We don't use none of them.
But I was amazed that year at how many different colors and types of mushrooms we had. It was fantastic just to walk around and hunt during that time.
Let's see. Well, God is Light says, onions give me heartburn. I'm not sure why. You're probably eating the white onions if that's the case. Now, sometimes the red ones will do that. But usually your flat onions, like your Vidoras or Vidalias or your Texas Legends or something like that, they usually don't. And temperature has a lot to do with it too. Outside temperature causes the onions to have that bite to them, which will give you heartburn. But if you get a really good growing season and get your onions in at the right time and actually grow them the way they're supposed to be grown, most of your sweet onions are very, very sweet. They hardly ever have a bite.
Miss Phyllis,
Mr. Danny, how much cold can broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage handle? I'm in south central Missouri. They can handle a pretty good bit of cold, but now they can't handle freezes. So I would have some frost covers available if I was going to try to raise them outside. Now they can handle a lot of cold, like a light frost or something like that, but a freeze, you can lose them to a freeze.
Oh, Dana, I agree. Apple salad. It's equal parts onions and apples mixed together with Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. Either way, I know a lot of people like Miracle Whip. I'd rather have mayonnaise. You can't taste the onions, and it's better than it sounds. Yes, it is. A lot of people don't think apples and mayonnaise go together, and a lot of people don't think onions and apples. But throw it in a potato salad. Throw your apples and onions over in a potato salad. Oh, my goodness. It is amazing. It's great in egg salad. Apples and onions added together in your egg salad or your ham salad. just another way to use apples and onions in those salads. All right, so
Let's see.
somebody
here.
asked about powdered milk. I keep powdered milk on
We always
hand.
keep it on hand. It's really good for a survival.
Yeah,
food.
and I don't really use whole milk at all. Um, but when I run out of anything, I just grab some powdered milk. It's good. My mom used it all the time in her cornbread. That was her number one thing, is to put powdered milk.
Oh boy, it jumps.
jumps
Man, that thing
sometimes.
jumps. We go through like 100 of them at a time. Here, let's see.
Um,
Oh, let's see here.
let's see.
Oh, good Lord.
I can't help
Everybody
it.
keeps saying it's froze.
Well, it may be, but we're not.
We're not on our end. I mean,
All right, so hold on.
where are we at here?
They said froze, but I don't know. Fried apples and onions.
Now, that sounds good.
Yeah. Said it was freezing. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, everybody's still commenting. ETAC Jam says, do y'all make your own mayo? Hard to find mayo that's not GMO and full of chemicals. I used to before Wanda and I got married. We used to make it all the
I
time.
haven't made any
We
since
used,
we married.
what was it we used to make our fresh eggs and olive oil.
Yeah, you and Debbie did.
Debbie and I, my wife that passed away, we used to make it all the time. I think it's eggs
No,
and
I
olive
haven't.
oil and salt and
It was very simple.
very simple, very
I
very
remember
simple.
you telling me I think we even tried some one time, but I'm just used to regular mayonnaise. I haven't bought any from Azure yet to see, and I haven't made my own. I'm just funny about my mayonnaise. Like I said, I don't care about Miracle Whip. I always like my Blue Plate and what was the other one? Sawyer's brand or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know if they even make that anymore. There's very few mayonnaises that I do like, so making my own, I'd have to tinker around to get that taste.
I'm not that picky about it. To me, I'm just, if something's healthy, I'm pretty much for it if it's healthy. I don't care what it tastes like usually. I mean, I'm not a taste person.
Yeah, Cammie's right. Azure Standard has the A2A2 powdered milk for
Yes.
anybody that can't tolerate
If
regular milk.
If you have a lactose problem or something like that, or you can't have a lot of what is that, Crohn's and stuff like that, the A2A2 milk is usually a little bit better for you.
Tamara, I have not gotten my apples yet. We pick our order up Monday, and I told Danny I've got 80 pounds of apples.
Yeah,
coming.
sure. We don't have any apples down here, and when we get the opportunity to get apples, Miss Wanda goes, "I'm getting two 40-pound boxes of apples."
No, I'm getting one 40-pound and two different 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's still two.
3 different types of apples.
Yeah.
So
Now I don't know
80
which ones are
pounds
the
of
best for
apples.
canning. I don't know which ones are the best for fresh eating. We will make that decision when we get them
the
here.
40-pound bag is the ones that are better for canning. I can't remember what Lippy knows. Lippy told me because I told her what I ordered.
Oh, the lemon juice. You're supposed to add a little lemon juice
what?
to your mayo when you're making it.
Yeah,
Eggs, lemon juice,
or vinegar.
and olive oil, and I usually put just a little bit of salt in it. But,
Yeah. Fried apples and onions. Y'all gonna make me try that, aren't you? Because I got all these apples coming. Plus, I get my onions from Azure. Dana says I like Hellman's, but I can make mayonnaise.
yeah.
Tamara says she ordered some mayonnaise from Azure, but she hadn't tried it yet. That's the one thing I'm kind of
Well-
picky about my mayonnaise. So
Well,
it's-
here's the thing about mayonnaise is lots of your mayonnaise is made from canola oil, soybean oil,
yeah.
corn oil, and I'm back slapping the table again.
He's banging the table.
I'm banging the
That's all
table. I'm
he's
sorry
doing.
about that. I can't help it. I'm always used to that. But and the problem is these things cause people to have what is that? IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Like that. people who eat mayonnaise. You know, store-bought mayonnaise has that problem. They can't figure out what's wrong with them. It's because canola oil is nothing but diesel fuel, is what it is. It's made to run engines on. And soybean oil is highly toxic to you because it destroys your endocrine system. And then corn oil is genetically modified. Reconnect. There it goes. Boy, it waited a long time tonight.
Yeah, that was bad that it waited that long. But the mayonnaise we don't use very often, and so we go through maybe a jar every couple of months or longer, maybe 2 to 3 months.
I have no idea because I don't eat it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes us a long time to use that, so I haven't tried a whole lot of mayonnaise.
T-Bear says, what potatoes are you going to be planting this time of the year? We plant our Irish potatoes. It's our taters that we saved.
And
fingerlings. We plant them now. And if it goes to freeze or anything like that, we just take the hoe and chop them off, and then they'll come right back up. And then when springtime comes and the ground starts warming up, our potatoes are already, you know, pretty nice sized potatoes. We don't have to worry about it.
And the fingerlings make really quickly and do well.
They do really well.
Hey, Alabama, I'm going to be canning a lot of the apples. Danny has this thing that he cuts them and it'll make them in spirals.
Yeah.
And last year we just took the spirals and dropped them down in the pint jars and poured hot syrup over them and canned them in the water bath can. And then I'll take some of them and make apple sauce with. Mm-hmm. And some of the apple sauce I do just plain, and some of it I do in little bitty quarter pint jars with cinnamon and brown sugar in it, because that's what I like. I like the cinnamon and brown sugar sometimes. And then the peels, because these are organic and haven't been sprayed, I'm planning on using the peels to make jelly. And so I should have a lot of jelly.
Click it where we can see. It's fixing to spin, so
yeah.
It went a long way that time.
Here in Australia, Amy says, here in Australia I bought store-bought pickles once. I've eaten them all. I slice up my onions and put them in leftover pickle juice. Oh, that would be good. I've done pickles, cucumbers, refrigerator pickles, I guess I should say. I mix up a sweet pickle type juice. It's usually vinegar and sugar and the spices. Heat it up really, really hot. Cut your cucumbers up, your onions, and what else did I put? Maybe it was just cucumbers and onions. Put them in a jar and pour that hot juice and put them in the fridge. They are amazing.
I was trying to look where it was at here. I saw a comment. Okay, Donna said, what's the best oil to use? The best oil to use, Donna, is real olive oil. To check your olive oil to see if it's real, put it in the refrigerator. If it doesn't turn solid like lard, when you put it in the refrigerator, it's not real olive oil. It's got soybean oil mixed in with it. It'll have corn oil or canola oil or something to be mixed in with your olive oil to water it down, to make it stretch it and make it go further. Because a lot of people go, oh, I got extra virgin olive oil. Well, I hate to break your heart, but most of it you're buying is not really olive oil. The only way to know for sure, I'll give you for instance, when we buy our olive oil from Azure Standard, Azure Standard, when it gets here, it's solid.
Because it's packed with a lot of my cold stuff.
It's packed with the cold stuff, and when you can't pour it out of the jar. I mean, it's like lard.
I have to put it in the cabinet and let it.
Yeah, we have to put it outside and let it come to room temperature before we can even use it, because it's real olive oil from the Mediterranean area, and it's not had no additives put to it or anything, and it will turn solid.
Okay.
Oh, Diane Lyons says, I pick up my Azure order on Thursday, Wanda. You must have got the apples I was ordering because they did not ship out.
I had, let's see, the ketchup, and what did I tell you? The ketchup and the hash browns were the two things I did not have shipped this time. And I bought extra ketchup one time, so I'm not out. But Danny does like that ketchup.
I do. So, I do like that ketchup. Yeah.
And if they don't have that, I'm gonna try the what was that? Something value. I forgot what it's
Well, I
called.
hope the Lord it wasn't great value.
No, but it's it's
uh,
something similar, but it's fresh value or something. I done forgot now. Anyway, I'm gonna try the Azure ketchup. I'm gonna see how it does because most of the things that we've got in Azure Market or Azure, I done forgot what the word is, has been really good. Sherry says the refrigerator pickles are the best.
yeah.
Onions, cucumbers, and celery seed. Yeah, I knew it wasn't just a couple of spices added to it. It's not much.
Stone Creek 1 says, is it true that olive oil should only be used raw, not for cooking? There is truth to that, yes, because when you heat the olive oil, olive oil doesn't have a real high heating point. Peanut oil does, but peanut oil now is really not good for you.
But
But
olive oil, if you use it in sauteing and stuff, don't use it in deep frying. Sauteing, I put it on stuff, throw it in the oven. That is still healthy for you.
yeah, you
But
don't want to overheat any of your oils, really. Of course, I say any oil. We don't use nothing but olive oil, but
and lard
and lard. We use pure
and I do
home
have some
rendered
coconut
lard.
oil I bought from Azure, but I haven't really used it in anything. I don't think.
Yeah, coconut oil is more antibacterial than
Yeah.
it is anything else. We save it for those type things like swishing your mouth out with it or something like that. It's good.
Or if I'm
Um,
baking something,
yeah.
coconut oil is really good, especially in things that you don't mind that
If you want that
coconutty
coconut taste,
to your
yeah.
baked goods.
You don't want to cook your bacon in it, you know.
I don't know. It might be good.
No.
Avocado oil has a high smoke point.
Yeah, avocado does have a high.
Grapeseed oil.
Now, see, the problem is this, guys, that a lot of your seed oils are really not that good for you. If you do the research on them, a lot of them, they'll say they're good for you, but really and technically, it's very controversial. Let me just say that.
We do a lot of homemade lard every year, and we still have quite a bit left. And
Yeah,
Danny and Chris are going to be doing some pigs before long, so we'll have even more lard to keep going. I like to keep the olive oil for drizzling. And I
yeah.
like to keep the coconut oil for just adding to some baked goods occasionally. But
Jody Fester says, I'll be right back. I'm fixing to send a possum to heaven.
that's all right.
You sound like me now.
Um, Somebody asked about Azure. You have to meet a truck. There's a drop-off point. You have to put your zip code in and see where your closest drop point is. And then there'll be a drop coordinator. You'll have to get in touch with her, and she will, or he or she, whoever it is, and they will let you know when the truck's coming in. Plus, Azure sends an email letting you know when your order's going to be delivered. And you keep up with it after it's on a truck, because the trucks are not Azure standard trucks usually. They are
Yeah, they're privately owned.
trucks delivering for Azure. So your drop coordinator helps you keep up with it, and we always meet about 40 minutes from here. So we drive, pick it up, and then come back home.
Yeah.
They will ship to your house, but if you think 40 pounds of one apple, 20 of another, 20 of another, that's 80 pounds. Plus I got 25 pounds of sugar. Can you imagine what it's going to cost me? They ain't going to ship cheap.
No.
I'd rather go pick it up.
Tambra, we have not tried the oil and the spray from Azure
I
yet.
have tried the coconut.
The coconut, but not the.
I haven't tried any of the
others, right?
Now I like the coconut like yesterday. I did some. It's kind of like I have this pan that's called waffle sticks, and I mixed up like a batter with like I'd make a pancake batter. And I put it over for the waffle sticks, and I sprayed it with the coconut oil so my waffle sticks would have a touch of coconutty taste. I mean, you have to play around with it, but yeah, that's pretty good. We need another cow video. Oh, we got to do another cow video.
Okay, DeMarie, I hope I'm saying that right. DeMarie or something. Yeah, DeMarie says, are sweet potatoes really healthy? Some of YouTubers are saying they're oxalates, probably oxalates is what it is. Sweet potatoes are a superfood. They're very, very nutritious for you. Yes, they have some oxalates in them, but not as much as spinach or any of your other greens or anything like that. Uh, I mean, lots of people go, "Oh, they cause kidney stones." Well, look, I've been eating sweet potatoes every day of my life for years and years and years, and I haven't had no kidney stones other than one, and it's brought on by dehydration. Most of your kidney stones are formed through dehydration.
Hmm.
Because if you have oxalate kidney stones, which is like I have, then it's through dehydration.
Yeah, and I was listening to somebody this week, or last week, I don't know, and they said that the number one cause of most health problems is lack of water.
Yep.
And I was surprised when you talk to people, how many people do not even drink water all day long.
That's like you see me with this right here.
This is water,
This is
and
all
that's what we tote.
Pecan Grove water in my life-changing event cup.
Yeah, mine is life is a garden. Dig it.
Yeah.
Danny's daughter Carrie is making our cups and our shirt. You got on a shirt.
See, I got on a shirt
I
right here. It
don't. I
says
got a
you're never
different
too
shirt.
old to play in the dirt.
But you can check out Rustic Charm Fields on Etsy or her website. I think she's got a website up. I don't know.
It just come to me. Hold on here a minute. We was talking about seed oils. And the reason I know this is because of my heart issues that I was having. Seed oils are have to do with cardiovascular problems that goes inside the heart. I don't know all about it, but I just know that I read up on it, and it did mention something about my heart.
Renata, yes, I do have a link for Azure. It's in most of the descriptions of the videos. I don't know if it's in the description of the live streams. I don't know if I added it, but just go to one of our videos and look under it, and the Azure link is under there.
Click that out of there where we can read it now.
There we go.
No, you just clicked it. There you go. Now you got it. Okay.
Now I can read again. All right. Yeah, water. If you drink some water off and on, and keep water in your system, you shouldn't dehydrate. But now drinking too much water,
You can actually water poison yourself by
Yeah.
depleting your body of stuff. Yeah.
So you wanna do it in moderation.
Oh, there's Stone Creek one says sorrel is really high in oxygen. Yeah, sorrel, any of your sorrels, sheep sorrel,
Yeah.
wood sorrel, all of them. They're high in vitamin C and all that stuff, but they're also very high in oxalates, a lot like spinach.
Yeah. See, Wanda Weber says her husband refuses to drink water, but he drinks 2 6-packs of Diet Pepsi a day.
Oh, please stay away from the Diet Pepsis. They got like 6 or 8 teaspoons of sugar in them and like 8 or 11 teaspoons of salt in them. Oh my goodness.
Barbara Peppers, my refrigerator pickles, I think is on Crazy Days. It's CRAZYDAZES. Lippy Mike can find it and throw it in here for you. But I do have the refrigerator pickle recipe either on Crazy Days or Deepsouth Homestead, one of the two.
Scrappity Doodah says, "Is there a reason you don't eat mushrooms?" Yeah.
I don't like them.
We don't like the taste. Well, I can't say I used to eat them a lot years ago.
I never have liked
But
them.
when my wife come down with cancer, we mushrooms are quote unquote allegedly supposed to be tremendous cancer fighters. When I was studying about cancer in Japan, they use a lot of it in Japan to treat cancer patients with and stuff. And I come back to the U.S. and we was doing a lot of mushrooms for my wife, and we saw absolutely zero results from the mushrooms with cancer. And I'm not trying to say it doesn't work. It just for us and the type of cancer she had, it didn't seem to do anything for her, and I've eaten it for years and years and years, but I didn't really care for the texture or the taste.
Yeah, BJ said, the doctor told us tea and coffee are not considered water. Only water, plain water, is considered water. Exactly. And
Yeah.
most people, I mean, I used to study herbs for a long time, and people would come to me and ask advice, and I'd say, so how much water do you drink a day? And they go, I don't drink water. I drink coffee or I drink tea. And lots of times it was heavily
Nope.
sweetened tea. Or they drink Cokes, or they drink Diet Cokes, or they drink Dr. Peppers or Mountain Dews, or whatever their
No.
thing of choice, what beer, whatever it is, but nobody drank water. And I'm like, are you serious?
Mountain Dew is probably the one worst drink, other than Monster drinks, that you could put in your body.
And nowadays it's Monster drinks. I am
Yeah.
shocked at how many people allow their kids to drink Monster drinks. And
Yes.
I'm going, are you serious?
Are you really serious?
You're ruining their health.
Their kidney, you're really destroying their kidneys.
Mm-hmm. Now I like my coffee, and I do like some.
But if
good,
one
nice
cup of coffee is not going to hurt you a day.
No.
It's not going to hurt you.
2 and 3 don't really hurt you.
And if you're
I try to.
Now, when I was younger, I drank like a pot a day.
Yeah.
You know, and I had kidney stones on top of kidney stones on top of kidney stones. I drank a gallon of tea a day, sweet tea.
Sweet tea, yeah.
And then I sweated like a dog, not realizing both of those were diuretics that
Yep.
made you sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was depleting my body of everything in it. Even though I drank a lot of water, it still wasn't good.
Yeah. So you get moderation.
Everything's
So
in moderation.
if you are a Coke-aholic or Mountain Dew-aholic or whatever it is that you eat or drink a lot of, and
Coke
you don't
is
drink water.
probably one of the worst drinks other than Mountain Dew you can put in your
Yeah.
body, because they got like 11 teaspoons of sugar in one Coke.
Yeah. So try something for me. Drink like whatever you drink a day. Say you drink 4 Cokes a day. One of them replace with water, and make it a habit. Every day, one of them has to be water. And after about a month, try to do 2 of them, and gradually work yourself. Because if you go cold turkey, yeah, it's hard to cold turkey anything.
It is. I did it, but it's really hard. I literally, for 2 weeks of my life after I quit drinking coffee and tea, I would sit and my hands would just shake. My whole body would tremble and everything.
I get headaches.
And I had severe headaches, and I thought I said I can't do this.
You have to detox.
It's tough.
It's as bad as coming off drugs or alcohol.
But
or anything else.
you don't look at it as that though.
No,
you know,
nobody
you really
does.
You don't.
But
And
it is the same.
Even me coming off of soft drinks, because I drank root beers, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I started having headaches. My hands would start trembling and everything, and I was like, "What is wrong with me?" I said, "Am I addicted to this stuff?"
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, yes, I was. So praise the Heavenly Father above. For 15 years of my life now, I have drank nothing but water, nothing else.
Well, juices.
Except my fruit juices that I
Fruit
make here at the
juices.
house from my own fruit that I
Yeah,
raise.
fruit
But
juices.
other than that, nothing else has been inside my body.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you why I feel that way. Because the Bible says that our bodies are a living temple for the Holy Spirit. And if the Holy Spirit indwells within this, and this is a temple of the Holy Spirit, then I should treat it I should treat it that way. I try not to put anything harmful into my body.
Pammy, that's right. Drinking water with lemon in it will help dissolve kidney stones.
Yes, and also, what it does is,
Danny did the lemon water.
I did the lemon water for a while, because lemon water actually kills pain in the urinary tract too.
I like Vicky's thing. The best use for cola drinks is to clean valves.
This is true. This is true. And to clean the windshield on your car, just don't get it on your paint job. It actually cleans your windshield off.
Yeah, you
really
can put
good.
spray a Coke on your windshield and give it a minute and then wash it all off, and it'll take every speck of dirt and stuff. It cleans the window.
Hey, Alabama said, I stopped drinking Cokes in the first month. I lost 25 pounds. Yeah, you get rid of them 11 teaspoons of sugar that's in every one of them. Yeah. Well, now, reap what you sow. Gardening says, I'm hypoglycemic. See, I'm what they call reactive hypoglycemic. My blood sugar will be perfectly fine and at its right level, acting like it's supposed to act, and then all of a sudden it'll crash, and in 15 minutes I'm back to normal again. You know what I mean? It's just, I have those crash moments.
Okay. Diana said, please pray for my husband Joe. He fell and broke his big toe.
Miss Amy's on here somewhere tonight. She has a broken toe too.
And she says she's got a doctor's appointment this week because she hit it one time a week or so ago, and she went and they said leave it alone, but now her foot's starting to hurt even more and it's swelling, so she's got an appointment to check that. That's my daughter. I think Miss Lippy's hand's finally healing pretty good. She doing what she wants to do anyways. Lippy says Coke cleaned her battery cable post.
Well, hey, it works.
That I've seen that done.
You can
before.
take that and what's this? We use it for baking soda.
Baking soda.
Baking soda is good for cleaning up your batteries. Yeah.
Yep. Jen in Bama says I'm having a second foot surgery Thursday.
Ronald Hogan says, are you getting anxious about the election? No, I don't get anxious about two losers. You know, I mean, you're choosing the lesser of two evils. I'm not getting anxious about it. God puts into office those who he wants in office. I'm going to do what I think is right, and of course I'll leave the rest.
All right. Let's see, where we at?
Broke Timber says, broke big toes hurt so bad. Yeah, because most people don't understand big toes are what carries the weight of your body when you walk.
Yeah. Coke makes a good toilet bowl cleaner.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, swish it around in there.
Somebody saying saw palmetto. They must have been talking about kidney stones then.
Jeff Outdoor says he's having wisdom teeth surgery soon.
Oh, I had that done years ago. I mean, I was glad I did it.
All right, so
Howard Renee Robertson says, Danny, what do you think about alkaline water to fight and prevent cancer? The true answer behind cancer is to alkalinize the body. So alkalinized water is a benefit. I'm not going to say it's not a cure, but it is a what would you call it? A pre-treatment type thing that you would want to do ahead of time so that you don't come down with any types of it. It's just a preventive, I guess you'd say. Let's just use the word preventive. It's allegedly supposed to be good for you.
We got Cammie going out to buy Coke to clean stuff with.
Oh, Coke is great for cleaning, yeah. But now understand, you got to wash it off or it'll be sticky. It'll be like syrup.
All right. Let's see. People put your prayer request up because it is 9 o'clock. And sound is off and on. I don't know what's going on with that.
Is in and off. I have no clue.
It's probably YouTube. I'm going to tell you.
It probably is.
It's probably making it back and forth. Something who knows?
We got people who, I'm trying to sit here and watch, let's see here.
Sound going
Baby
out.
Hinton, this is kidney transplant would be approved.
Well, maybe they think we're talking about the wrong thing.
Well, hey, maybe Big Brother is listening in.
They don't realize we're talking about a fizzy drink.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the time changes tonight, so y'all make sure if y'all got to be somewhere tomorrow, you change your clocks tonight. Now our computer and cell phones, I think, automatically change.
They do, yeah.
So I don't worry about it, but any clocks you have in your house.
Nan Farm says, broken toes hurt badly because my brain is there.
Some say it's not buffering, others are saying it is buffering. I don't know. But yeah, y'all don't forget to move your clocks. And it is time for a change, I got tickled at the beginning of the chat before we came on. I asked people, I said, what is your answer to it's time to change what? And I said, give me a riddle. Y'all were coming up with some pretty good riddles about what y'all wanted to change. Now that was pretty good tonight. I can't get back to them to read them, but I had 6 or 8 people with a lot of good little stories there.
Yeah, Texas Chopper said, well, we were talking about mushrooms and Coke.
That is true. We were, weren't we? Okay, this live stream has kind of gone weird.
This one has gone weird, yeah. And you know the crazy thing about it is we didn't even plan to go that route tonight.
No.
We really
I wasn't
didn't.
even thinking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please get out and vote.
Yeah, do vote. Please get out and vote. Do not.
Vote. For all of you that voted early,
Yeah.
thank you. Even though that Danny said y'all were voting illegally.
Y'all are illegal, you know that.
Just joking.
I mean,
There's been amendments, and each state does their own thing. There's
Yeah,
some states that don't
true.
allow it.
some
There's
states
some
you can.
states
Some states you can only vote by mail. Did you know
Only
that?
by mail.
Yeah.
I did not know that till a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know, what other way is there to? I mean, I used to work the election polls, so I know there's so many ways that you can alter
I'm glad you
things.
put the word election in there.
I know.
I'm glad you said. Miss
I
Wanda's
was
like,
watching how I said it because
Miss Wanda used to tell everybody when we meet them. She says, "I used to work the polls," and I'm like, Wanda, don't go telling people you work the
election polls
polls. Make sure you say election polls. You know.
But there's a lot of ways that you could cheat, and the way ours was done in our county, there were so many people that were working, and they go, well, y'all could have done that with 2 people. Well, we could have, but we had 4 people at each table.
Yeah.
And that way, you can't cheat. If you do, you got to have 3 other people on your table cheating with you. And nowadays, I don't know. They have so many ways. I see so many places that you can do stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of
Get out
funny.
and vote. If you haven't already, get out and vote.
Linda Gonzalez, Lana Gonzalez. You know, most people don't know about salted peanuts. And used to be we had in the
RC.
South we did a RC cola or peanuts in a root beer or a Coca-Cola or something like that. It made them
mainly
fizz
RC.
up. But mainly it was RC and a moon pie. You know, those things those are just bygone years now. But you know, you can go to the grocery store and buy a Coke from Mexico, and it's made with real cane sugar and don't have all the other junk in it.
It actually tastes a lot better.
And it actually, yeah, well, I don't know, but Ms. Wanda told me it tastes better.
Yeah, because Danny turned me on to those when we got married. I was going to go pick up some Cokes one day because I was still drinking Coke off and on. And he said, well, don't get those because they have all this junk in. And I said, well, it's Coke. And he said, no, get these over here. And he took me around to the other side of Walmart where the Mexican stuff was, and they had Mexican Cokes. And I'm like, I didn't know there was a difference. But you read the ingredients. Yes, there is.
Yeah. A lot of people saying, oh, I remember the peanuts and Cokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Hutch says, I hear that Coke in the White House is good.
I don't even think they make a RC anymore, do they?
I don't know if they do or not. I really
Mine
don't
was
know.
I loved the Barks root beer. I never was really a Cokes fan when
No,
I was
I've never drank Coke.
It was always Barks root beer, and when they came out with the cream sodas, I was hooked. I drank cream sodas most of my life.
Renata wants to know, where is your Azure pickup at? It's in Poplarville, Renata.
Poplarville.
Jason Best says the Mexican Coke is delish.
Yeah, Renata, remind me tomorrow, send me a message, and I'll send you some info. Because I won't remember to do it if you don't remind me.
Yeah.
RC and a moon pie. Yes. I love moon pies. But there's so much junk in them. But that is one of the best things.
Read what you sow.
Bippy says they do make RC
Says,
still.
Mr. Danny, how do you change the clock on a cable box? I have no clue.
We don't got a cable
We don't
box.
got a cable box. We don't watch TV. We don't do none of that stuff.
They say RC is still made.
Wow.
Cream sodas. Yep. I love cream soda. And I don't know. Then I went to Sprite when my children were little because that was the only thing I could keep down every time I was pregnant was Sprite. And now I
Yeah.
don't drink anything. Every now and then I'll pick up a Coke or a Sprite or a root beer or an orange cream soda. They carry the orange It's like an orange
Fanta.
crust.
They got orange Fantas,
Fantas,
now.
yeah. That's what it was. All right,
Okay.
ready for prayer?
We got to pray, guys. Let me get sit up here. Oh man, my body's getting old. I'm starting to ache all over. All right, here. Father, we're thankful tonight that you've blessed us with a good chat here tonight. I know there's been a lot of disruptions, but that's the way the devil works. He likes to disrupt when you're having a good time and things are going on. It's not the weather tonight. We know that for sure. But Father, we're just thankful that you allow us to do this on a regular basis, and we praise you for it, because the purpose of all this is to bring people together for fellowship and have a good time and ask some questions. And we can't get to all of them. We understand that, but we do try to get to the ones that we can get to. But the most important part is when we come to this part of it, Father, where we throw our thoughts and our prayers out there, and we bring them up before you and ask that you look at them and consider them and answer them, Father, in a way that would best glorify the kingdom of heaven and best suit the person. Because sometimes we try to pray specifically for specific needs, when really it's not your will for us to have the kind of answer that we're looking for. So I've learned in my personal life to pray for your will to be done, because unless your will is done, no one will be happy, Father, because you know the beginning and you know the end and you know what's best for us. So that's what I'm praying tonight, is that your will be done in all the prayer requests that was mentioned here tonight, Father. And Father, if you'll do those things for us tonight, we will be careful to give you the honor, the praise, and the glory for everything. Father, I do pray that you will watch over our country, especially your people in the country, Father. We got a bunch of wicked people up in Washington. And I just ask that as we go to vote this week, that you give us all safety, and that you will be kind to us, Father. Help us to get the person in there that's going to best bless your people the most, Father. And not worry about the wicked people of the world, Father, but we want your people who call themselves Christians or born-again believers or whatever it is that they go by. Father, we're praying for those to be the ones that's blessed through the person who goes in office now. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen. Okay. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, before I forget it, the cactoli meter.
Oh, yes.
Miss Lulu did not answer me. I did not get anything. It's been 3 days. And so I'm going to pick another winner, but I'm going to go on our
Patreon.
Patreon.
We decided to go over to Patreon because it seems like people who watch us on Pecan Grove don't ever come back to watch us regularly. So we're going to go over to our patrons. They've been begging for us to bring one of those meters over there to them, and we're going to bring that meter over there now. Ms. Lulu's chance is over. We've waited 3 days and haven't heard.
So I will pick somebody, and I'll be announcing it probably sometime tomorrow on Patreon. I put up a picture today. Go comment under that picture on Patreon if you guys are over there, and I'll pick somebody from that picture. It was a picture of the harvest today. We got some pretty peppers, didn't we?
Oh, we got some beautiful. Did you get a picture of the peppers?
Did I get
today?
a picture?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickles.
Send home, Chris, some home.
Oh, there we go. I don't know if you can get it up where they can see it. Turn your phone in the other direction, you probably see it better.
I don't know if it'll do that.
Yeah, just flip your phone.
Don't flip.
Oh, what kind of phone is that?
I don't know. It don't do.
It don't rotate?
It does, but it don't on that. I don't know why. Where is there? And I've got it upside down. Well,
yeah,
this way.
Like that. There you go.
There's my peppers.
Wild Turkey.
Lots of peppers.
Wild Turkey says, I identify as Ms. Lulu.
But I'll go over there and do that. But let's see, what do I?
Let's see here. Let's see here. Everybody wanted a tip for tonight. Well, let's do this right here. Okay, Big Brother's watching us tonight, and we know that. But guys, make sure that your hope is in the Lord, okay? Because and not in man. Because what happens in the elections in the next 3 days may not quite go like you think it's going to go. So don't get caught. I mean, go and vote for sure, but don't get hung up on things if they don't go quite the way you think they're going to go, because there's a very high probability that they're not going to.
We may not know.
We
who
won't know.
wins
We may
for
not
a
know
while.
nothing until after the first of the year. Let me just be honest with you. And then there might also be a lot of how do I say that?
Litigation.
Conflicts.
Litigation.
Litigation. Conflicts. Just street problems. You know, I'm just trying to think of words that would that might describe this. You know.
Yeah, lots.
As a matter of fact, there's already
controversy.
There's already been National Guards in the United States training for that day. You know, so yeah, just don't let it rip your heart out if it don't go the way you think it's going to go.
It's going to go the way
And-
God wants it to go.
And it would probably shock you if I told you that it might not even turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. You know?
I mean, we've had so many elections that things have happened,
Yeah.
and we got through all of them.
We're going to get
And
through
we're
this
going to
one.
get through this one.
Yeah, we're going to get.
And we've had presidents we didn't like, no matter which side of the table you're on.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like Bush. Some people didn't like Obama. Some people didn't like Clinton. Some people didn't like Trump. Some people don't like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
We still make
We're
it
still
through it.
here.
We're
Now,
still
are we
here.
in any worse shape? Yeah, we're in worse shape. Are we gone down the hill? Yeah. Are we more ungodly? Yeah. But we're still here. God hadn't finished with us yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that at some point America's cup will be full. And when it's full, judgment will fall. You know what I mean? So don't, just don't get too bent out of shape if things don't go the way you want them to go. Because it's quite possible, there's something floating around out there that allegedly neither one of them might be in office. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You'll never know what's going on in this world this time. So don't be shocked. Be prepared.
Yeah.
That might be the better way to say it.
You got to understand too, God knows everything. He knows the beginning and he knows the end. He's the Alpha and the Omega. So nothing gonna catch him like James. Who is it? James I saw a while ago. Yeah, James said the Lord appoints all governments, so nothing catches him off guard. Yeah,
True.
nothing catches the Lord off guard, and it's been predetermined. So just guys, please put your hope. Remember, I keep telling you all to keep your faith build your faith. Please build your faith, because you're going to need it. Okay, you're going to have to depend on it
It's going to come down to
when the card table crumbles. You're going to need.
You're going to have to take one way or the other. There's no more standing on the fence.
There'll be no more gray areas. Let me put it that way. There'll be no more gray areas. Let me tell y'all something else. While you got you here, let me tell you this. Do y'all know that there is an agenda, allegedly? I'm going to have to use this word allegedly now so I don't get in trouble about this. There is allegedly an agenda underway right now to do away with income tax, to do away with sales tax, to do away with I just say other taxes, okay? I'm not going to go into detail about it. There's other taxes that's to do away with. And my question to it, whenever I was told that this past week by a political person, I I said, then where is the tax money going to come from? And they just sit there and stared at me. And I said, oh. I said, okay. It's going to come from landowners like me and my wife and like you guys who own land and stuff like that. And they said, well, Mr. Danny, you know, that's the only place that we can really guarantee that tax money can come from, and we know we're going to get it, is because people's not going to give up their land, you know. I said, so we're getting taxation without representation. I said, haven't I heard that somewhere before? You know, and they was like, well, you know, but anyway, me and this person that's in politics, we were talking about this.
And y'all pray for a situation we got going on.
Oh yeah, Wanda and I have a serious situation going on right now with the government.
Eminent domain.
And over eminent domain. And,
what appears to be.
Well, what it appears to be. But we're fighting a battle right now with the government over some issues, and we haven't talked to anybody about it. But we are in much need in some prayer from everybody, that we make the wisest decisions, because the Bible says we're to be harmless as a dove, but we're to be as keen and as sharp as a viper or a snake. So that's what we want to do what's right, but at the same time, I don't back down. Yeah, I don't care who it is. I don't back down to anything, and I think they've realized that, and now they're kind of trying to come at us from all different angles, and I'm trying my best to stay ahead of everything. And of course, after this week, we'll know. We'll know after this week. But,
get some sleep, Lippy.
So, we covet your prayers over this. I ain't gonna go into much detail with it because the people, I don't know. I'll probably will end up in court, but I'm not. I don't do
We're trying not to be.
I'm trying not to go to jail. Okay.
Not to be human in this, but it ain't easy. The human part comes out.
The human side of me wants to come out really, really bad, but I'm trying to be godly, and I'm trying to do what's right, and because we have very wicked people who's come up against us, and we're doing our best to.
Well, they've been there and they've been against us for several years.
Yeah,
and
this is not a new battle for us, okay?
We've been battling this for a long time, and it's going to be settled probably this week.
This week it'll be settled. It's finally come to a head, and
well, it doesn't mean it'll end.
I'm going to end it this week.
The decision will be made.
The decision will be made this week. One decision. That's the reason I say I may go to jail. I don't know, but I will be going against the government on this. So. God's been good to me. I've never lost. So let's just pray that my track record stays good.
It is to deal with Deepsouth.
Mm-hmm.
It is to deal. Our new property's fine.
But anyway, we do covet y'all's prayers.
And it has nothing to do with a cabin.
No, it has nothing to do with being off grid or anything like that. No.
But we got to go, and because I done eat my satsuma.
I'm working on my satsuma now because it's past my time.
We only have about 6 left.
Is that all we got left?
That's it.
Oh no.
We're going to be out of satsumas.
Wow.
But the apples are coming, so you're going to be eating apples for a while.
But plus I got a couple 3 oranges on a tree out there. So.
Yeah, and we've got
kumquats.
Kumquats, and what's a little...
I think you got some left. Chris was eating them today.
Chris. I eat one too.
What I'm doing is, let me put it this way. I'm calling on all you guys. I'm gonna do like the military does. I'm calling on all you guys to pray for us in this event, because collective prayer has power, and I believe in collective prayer. So, please, we covet your prayers.
And if anybody is a real estate lawyer, might help.
Yeah.
Don't mind fighting a county that you not connected to. That would help.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go before we get
gotta
in
go.
trouble. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Y'all have a blessed night. Don't forget to set your time back.